Look, I once thought there was a rock bottom to stupidity, but I was wrong. You can always go deeper, and Piers Morgan is currently excavating the basement. His type of journalism has devolved into a mere media spectacle. Sensationalized coverage completely replaces objective reporting, prioritizing outrage and confirmation bias over truth. Morgan presents himself as an authority because his brother was in the army, but let me tell you, having a relative in the military is like thinking you're an eye doctor because you once wore glasses.
My brother was an army colonel. I've got a lot of military in my family. We've discussed before, I've got lots of military, ex-military in my family. My brother was an army colonel for many years. My brother was a British army colonel. My brother-in-law was a British army colonel. Lots of military in my family.
He swings between moralizing lectures and cheap theater where relation with the Jews has become an obsession. But then again, Jews are news, and bad news about Jews is the ultimate news for people who live in La La Land. He invites every cuckoo and professional barbarian to his platform, from Kanye to Fuentes, because insanity is legal, and why shouldn't they be allowed to be insane? But my problem is the impact this has on liberals who are dumb enough to believe these people. Look at Anna Kasparian. She is the perfect example of the analytically retarded and morally twisted elite we see in Western universities.
That have been slaughtered
Hamas has been
by the
shooting them.
IDF.
The Gaza Humanitarian Foundation even confirmed it was
You people
Hamas.
disgust me.
They
You don't care. They're getting slaughtered right now. They're getting slaughtered right now. They're getting slaughtered right now. Right now, right now, right now. Okay? Because of what you want. Because of what you want.
All right.
Because of what you want. You're disgusting. Dozens of people get shot and killed literally every single day, as they're waiting for food. No, I'm not gonna let you filibuster, bitch. I'm not gonna let you filibuster. I'm not gonna let you filibuster. You guys are totally okay with IDF soldiers shooting and killing desperate people waiting for humanitarian aid. You're okay with that. I find it so unbelievably evil. Unbelievably evil. It shocks my conscience and my soul that people as evil as this exist in this world.
And then you have Cenk Uygur. This man portrays Jews and Israel as the root of the world's problems, echoing the same anti-Semitic conspiracy theories found in the Protocols of the Elders of Zion, which Hamas also uses. He operates on the racist assumption that if you have enough pigments, you must be a saint. And if you are a Jew, you are guilty by definition.
And in the case of the Germans, they were killing 6 million Jews. They killed 13 million overall. We were trying to stop a Holocaust. In this case, Israel is the one doing the genocide and saying, well, I mean, why are you trying to stop us from killing innocent Palestinians and taking their land? Because in that analogy, you're the Germans. By the way, when is America going to get its $300 billion back? We gave it to a bunch of criminals to murder children. Okay, you murder children with our money. Every day you take money out of my taxes. I go to work every day, and then Israel takes money out of it to murder Palestinian children. And I'm telling you right now, just like the Germans, you do not have the right to commit war crimes, to commit a genocide, to kill all those children, and then hide and use as a shield. Oh, everybody's an anti-Semite. You're canceled. You don't get to say it. You've ruined your credibility. No, Israel has ruined its credibility. Israel is now one of the most monstrous states I have ever seen in my lifetime. They commit endless terrorism. They rob the American people of our money to rob Palestinians of their land. You're the ones slaughtering their civilians. Look, how do you look at those children being starved to death in northern Gaza and not see Jewish children in Germany in the 1930s and 40s? How do you not see that?
Okay. This is the sick distortion of progressivism that ties both our hands behind our back so we cannot defend ourselves against barbarians. Morgan says Israel has a right to defend itself, but in the same breath, he demands a war where nobody gets hurt. This is the simple-minded approach of an European who thinks the world is made of Lego. In war, people get killed. If you refuse to let civilized societies win because doing so harms the population the barbarians hide behind, then you are objectively supporting the barbarians. Piers Morgan has built an industry around division and sensationalism, using Israel as the fuel. He wants to be loved by the New York Times and the progressives, but I must admit, I don't care. The Israelis don't have the luxury of living in a fairy tale where everyone rides unicorns into the sunset. They live in a region where if the enemy is not afraid of you, you must be afraid of them.